students. For today's video lecture, I will be explaining you the basic concept of rules of set off of input tax credit under GST law. So before understanding the basic concept, we have to first understand the what exactly is input tax credit under GST, ITC. So to explain ITC, let us take a simple example. Suppose there is a businessman A, okay, businessman A who is doing a business and selling the goods to Mr. B, who is another businessman. And at the end, Mr. B is selling it to Mr. Z, or end customer. Okay, end customer. Let us take an example of a product like biscuit. Suppose Mr. A is manufacturing biscuit and he's selling biscuit of 10,000 rupees to Mr. B. Now, while selling, Mr. A will collect GST of, for example, 18%. 18% of 10,000 is 1,800. So, total amount which needs to be charged will be 11,800 from Mr. B. So, Mr. B will pay a total of 11,800 to Mr. A. In this, there are two components. One is 10,000 rupees, the cost, and 1,800 is GST. Okay, so Mr. B is paying both this amount, GST. Now, Mr. B, the cost is around 11,800. Now he has to sell it to Z, the end customer. Before selling, Mr. B will add a profit margin. Suppose, for example, in this, he is adding a profit of around 2,200 because you do a business for profit, right? So 11,800 plus 2,200, total amount, selling price of the product will be around 14,000. So 14,000 goods biscuit will be sold to Mr. Z. But now here also Mr. B will collect GST. Again, we are taking 18%. So 18% of 14,000 will be around 2,520. So this is the GST amount which needs to be charged from Mr. Z. That is the end customer. So if we add 14,000 plus 2,520, the amount which will be paid by Mr. Z will be 16,520, and Mr. Z is paying a GST of around 2,520. So Mr. B, if we see, Mr. B is collecting 2,520 from Mr. Z, and this 2,520 has to be paid to the government. Now, if we summarize, starting Mr. A has sold goods of 10,000 to Mr. B and charge 18% GST. So total amount collected from Mr. B is 11,800. Further, Mr. B have purchased this for 11,800, added profit margin of 2,200. So total 14,000 goods has to be sold to Z, but he has added GST of around 2,520 collected from Z. Now, if we take GST component here to understand properly, so Mr. A has taken from Mr. B and a GST of around 1,800. So Mr. B has paid around 1,800. So Mr. A is giving it to government 1,800, which he has collected from B. Okay. Now Mr. B has collected from Mr. Z GST of around 2,520. Okay, GST amount. So now Mr. B has to pay to government 2,520. But now here the situation is that Mr. B is a businessman, okay, and GST is paid. The GST is paid by the end customer, that is Z. Now this 2500, 2520 GST is called as output liability, 2520, which needs to be paid to the government. But Mr. B has to pay 2520, but Mr. B has already paid to the government 1800 through Mr. A. So what Mr. B is saying that I already paid 1800. So why should I pay the entire 2520? I am not the end user of this product. End user is Mr. Z. So what I want to do is whatever I paid 1800, I want a set off. So what Mr. B is doing is from 2520 minus 1800. So 720 is called as the liability which needs to be paid through cash, paid to cash. So basically, Mr. B has paid 1800 through input and 2520 is collected. So only 720 needs to be paid through cash. So this is called as input tax credit setup. Okay, so this is the basic understanding of input tax credit, that whenever uh, so if we summarize, Mr. B, Mr. B has to pay only 720 to government. Okay, because he is just a businessman and he is not the end consumer. So this setting off, that is setting off of 2520, 2520 minus 1800 and the remaining balance to be paid to government, it is called as set off of input tax credit. Set off input. This input tax credit is being set off with the GST tax liability. So this is the basic concept of input tax credit set off. Now this is just a simple example. In reality, we have different type of GST. So first GST is IGST. We have something called as CGST. We have something called as SGST or UTGST. So whenever goods are purchased or sold from other states, we IGST comes into picture. Then whenever we are buying and selling within the states, we have CGST, SGST or UTGST into picture. So let us understand the basic rules of set off. Like while multiple GST are there, we will understand. Now basic principle first we need to understand. So whenever IGST credit is there, it must be fully utilized first. So this IGST first needs to be utilized. Whatever tax you pay as a businessman, this needs to be utilized first. And only after IGST credit is exhausted, then we can utilize CGST and SGST. These points are very, very important. Let us, and one more important point is CGST and SGST cannot be cross utilization. So this we will try to understand with the proper order of set off. So first order of set off is step 1 is utilization of IGST ITC compulsory first. So IGST ITC shall be utilized in the following order. So whenever you pay IGST to any businessman as input tax, this liability needs to be set off against first CGST, then SGST and UTGST. This is the order which we need to follow. Very important order. So IGST first with CGST and IGST second against SGST, and this IGST needs to be getting exhausted. This order is very, very mandatory in nature. Second step is utilization of CGST. Once IGST is exhausted means your input tax is over of IGST, then you can use CGST as follows. So CGST should be utilized against CGST first, and if anything is remaining, then you have to utilize against IGST liability. Suppose you are having uh, payment of liability of 1000 of CGST, CGST, and you have input tax credit of CGST as around 2000. So you can utilize this 2000 entirely with 1000, and 1000 is remaining can be utilized with IGST. So we will try to understand with a simple problem. That time it will be more clear. And one more thing is CGST cannot be utilized for SGST and UTGST. Next, step 3 is utilization of SGST and UTGST. So after IGST is exhausted, the concept is similar. IGST exhausted first, we use SGST, UTGST against SGST and UTGST first, and if anything is remaining, then we can use it for IGST liability. Again, I am taking a simple example. For example, you paid to your businessman around 1000 as SGST input tax. Input. Now you have collected from your customer output liability of 2000 rupees. Okay, 2000 rupees. So you have to pay basically 2000 minus 1000. 1000 needs to be paid to the government. If another situation was there, input tax credit was 3000 and output tax is 2000. So you have to 3000 minus 2000, 1000 is excess. This excess can be adjusted if there is IGST liability. Suppose IGST liability is 1000, liability is there. So this can be set off. Okay. So this is the order which we need to follow whenever we have to uh, set off IGST. So basically, if we summarize, IGST will be first needs to be exhausted, then we will go for CGST, and then we need to go to SGST. But cross utilization is not available, and but IGST can be utilized to set off all these two. So with this, I had just explained you the basic concept of set off of input tax credit. For next class, we will try to understand this in more practical manner by solving problem number 1 of set off of input tax credit. Thank you, students.